my third video on my YouTube channel, Maritime Skipper. Sorry for my voice because, my throat's been a little rough today and some days ago, so that's why my voice might be a little different. Today we'll be talking about His Majesty's Royal Ship Africa, which was a 64-gun third-rate ship of the line of the Royal Navy, launched by Barnard at Deptford on 11 April 1871. To begin with, we'll be talking about its construction and design. Here we go. Africa was a 64-gun third-rate Inflexible-class ship of the line designed by John Williams. Her class was a smaller version of the 74-gun ship of the line H.M.S Africa, designed by Sir Thomas Slade, which in turn was influenced by the 1719 establishment design of the 90-gun ship of the line HMS Neptune. Africa was ordered on 11 February 1778 to be built at Deptford Dockyard by Adams and Barnard and approached for construction 29 February. She was laid down on 2 March and launched on 11 April 1781 with the following dimensions: 160 feet 10 inches 49 meters along the gun deck, 132 feet 9 inches 4.5 meters at the keel with a beam of 44 feet 9 inches 13.6 meters and a depth in the hull of 18 feet 1 inch 5.5 meters. She measured 1,414 for 494 tons burthen. The filling out process for Africa was completed at a Deptford and Woolwich Dockyard in July. The lead ship of Africa's class, HMS Inflexible, was launched in 1780 absence or opinions on her sailing qualities were so low that it was decided that no more ships of the design would be built after 1780. The next planned ship of the class, HMS Diadem, was instead built to the Intrepid-class design. In Africa, no sister ships were only completed to the deprecated design because by the time of Inflexible's trials, they have already been laid down. Short service. It was in the same battle at Trafalgar as HMS Victor, which was my first video for my channel. American Revolutionary War. Africa was commissioned by Captain Thomas Newham in March 1781. In January of the following year, command of the ship changed to Captain Robert McDowell. Under him, she sailed to the East Indies in the squadron of Commodore Sir Richard Bickerton on 6 February 1782. As such, Africa fought an unsuccessful Battle of Cuddalore on 20 June 1783. With the American Revolutionary War having ended in September, she returned home to Britain where she was paid off in May 1784. The ship was then put in ordinary in Plymouth Dockyard in June. Africa was briefly commissioned for 1 more month by Captain James Kempthorne in November 1790. But this was her only service until the beginning of the French Revolutionary Wars in 1792. French Revolutionary Wars. The ship was recommissioned for this war under Captain Rodham Home in November 1793, under whom she sailed Nova Scotia on 18 May 1794. Having transferred to Jamaica and Stacey, she then participated in the attack on Legon, Haiti on 21st March 1796, where after Africa and the ship of the line, HMS Leviathan, had been heavily damaged by assault batteries and the landings were called off. In October of the same year, Africa was again paid off, spending almost 2 years out of service before she was recommissioned as a hospital ship under Lieutenant John Bryant in September 1798. Command of the ship changed to Lieutenant John Dixon early 1800, but little else of note occurred in her service as a hospital ship. Here's the Gunboat War. During the Gunboat War, Africa was under the command of Captain John Berryer. 15 October 1808, Africa was escorted in a convoy of 137 merchant ships in the Baltic with the assistance of the bomb vessel HMS Thunder, 2 gun brigs. They left Caroscoran that day on 20 October, and on 20 October they anchored in the Ulston off Malmo. At noon, a floating of Danish gunboats was seen moving towards a convoy in Africa sailed to intercept them. The flotilla consisted of 25 gunboats and 7 armed launches, mounting some 70 heavy cannons with an overall total of some 1,600 men. It was under the command of Commodore John Cornelius Krieger. At 1:30 the wind died and Africa was immobilized. By 2:50 p.m. the gunboats had stationed themselves off Africa's corridors, where a few of our guns were fired and open fired. The battle continued until 6:45 p.m. when, with night closing in, all firing ceased. Had daylight lasted another hour, the Danes might have captured Africa. However, nightfall meant both forces left the battlefield without victory for either side. As it was, he has lost 9 men killed. As it was, he has lost 9 men killed and 51 wounded, including Barrett. She was so badly battered that the Seattle returned Carlos Rona to further repairs. The convoy ever managed to reach Britain. Good for them. In 1810, George Frederick Graves commanded Africa and the Baltic, from which he brought home a large convoy, notwithstanding the severity of the weather and the violence of the gales. John Holton was also promoted commander of the ship at a ceremony held on 24th October 1810 to commemorate the Battle of Trafalgar. War of 1812. Under the command of Captain John Baxter, Africa was part of Sir Philip Brooke's squadron that pursued but ultimately failed to catch USS Constitution early in the War of 1812. The fate of Africa was quite short. Africa was broken up in May 1814 at Portsmouth. So that was the quick but interesting story of the HMS Africa. I'll see you guys all next week on weekends, and goodbye.